I'm in the middle of live convention.
Hi everybody, and thank you for coming back to the BNS channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Good morning everybody, and thank you for coming back to the BNS channel. Today we are going to talk about recruiting. I often get asked how I go about my recruiting process. And first of all, I don't like the word recruiting. To me, I'm a sponsor, and it is important that the person that joined my team understand that that's what I am. So I choose not to use the word recruiting. I choose the words sponsoring, or sometimes I also say sharing my journey with Scentsy. So with that said, we're going to move forward, and I'm going to talk about recruiting, sponsoring. In my previous videos, I spoke to you in regards to approaching people and what the best way to do that is. So if you haven't seen that video, I suggest that you go watch it. The next video that I did was building relationships. So there's kind of a step-by-step process to involve yourself in somebody's life and to introduce yourself either as a Scentsy consultant or another consultant or just an individual. I would suggest that you go watch those two videos first. And I will put links to either one of them up here for you. There are approximately 7 steps that happen really without any thought in regards to recruiting. I believe that the majority of people that are out there want something in their life that they don't have. And it is your job as a potential sponsor to find out what that is. In our industry, we call it the why. Why is it that they need to do this? Why is it that they want to do this? And it's up to you to find out what that is. 2 main things is, one, to ask. Would you like to be on my team? Would you like to join Scentsy? Would you like me to be your sponsor? If you don't ask, they may never know that that opportunity is out there for them. Okay. The second thing that I try to do, and it's sometimes difficult because not everybody lives near me, but that's to invite them to come and sit with me. No different than an interview. If I was going to go interview for a corporation, I would go to that job and I would schedule an interview and I would sit there and they would ask me questions and I would answer questions. Now, it doesn't need to be that corporate of a setup. However, if this person feels that you are inviting them into the journey or into the situation, sometimes it can get their mindset into a better place. That's just one suggestion. A lot of times what I will do is schedule a phone call. So 7 things. 7 things and 7 steps to sponsoring someone for your team. The first thing is to build a rapport. And building a rapport is very important and one of the first things that you need to do. I spoke about it in my building relationships video, so I'm not going to express on it anymore. But that is the very first thing that you need to do, is to build a rapport between you and that person so that they can form that trust with you. Because remember, people don't buy from people they don't trust, but they also don't do business with people that they don't trust. The second thing is to discuss the benefits of your company. And discussing benefits is not discussing features. Features and benefits are extremely different. Features would be the fact that with Scentsy we have decorative warmers. We have paraffin wax for the melting process, for the scent. Those are all features that we have 80 different scents. Those are all features. A benefit is providing a reason that it fits me, or in this case, the customer or the potential sponsor. A feature has a benefit. So if you say we have decorative warmers. Well, the benefit to that person might be that they have a green living room, and that jade stone, which is one of our medium warmers, has that green tint, and it would match perfectly in their home. Well, now you've made a connection to that product and to the person. So not only do you do that with the products, but you also do that with the opportunity. And the benefits of an opportunity are something that you'll have to consider. You'll have to write them down. You'll have to know them. You'll have to memorize them. You'll have to familiarize yourself with them. And it's very important to do that, because someone is not going to join your team if there is no benefit for them. So that is why it's very important to figure out what that person's why is. And the person's why is probably going to come out during the rapport building part, which is 1, right? So if someone tells you, I need to have extra money so that my son can play hockey, and the equipment is so expensive, I just need to be able to have the extra money to do that. So the benefit for them joining your company is that they're going to earn extra money. They're going to gain customers. They're going to gain money every month, and that will help to pay for their hockey equipment. So you need to make that connection. And I'm not going to go through a bunch of different ones now. It's up to you to sit down and think about your company and understand the benefits of your company. Okay, so 3, discuss money. Everybody wants to know about the money. Not everybody is going to ask. I have been to numerous interviews in my life where they never once bring up money, and I was too intimidated to ask them, well, how much am I going to make? Now, most people say, well, that's the first thing I want to know. So instead of making them feel intimidated, share that, because that could actually be part of the benefit that you were talking about in the previous, so they could probably blend together. So it's important for you to discuss how much they're going to make, when they're going to make it, how they're going to get paid, what their bonus structure is, what kind of incentives there are. All of those things need to be discussed up front. You never want somebody to sign on or join your team and then find out what the money aspects of it was, or what their requirements were, or if there were minimums that were due, or that sort of thing. Okay, so you want to make sure that that's up front. So that's 3. Number 4 is discussing the business. To discuss the business, you want to make sure they understand the aspects of what their responsibilities are going to be in the business. Whether it's we're having home parties, basket parties, online parties, events, shows, expos, that sort of thing. They need to understand the business. Part of this is for them to understand the basics of their policies and procedures for our company. The next one, number 5, is to discuss support and education and learning, which is my favorite part. If you haven't guessed by now by all my videos, I absolutely love to learn. It's important for our growth. It's important for our mind. It's important for our business. It's important for our family. Learning is just inevitable to become a successful, better person, period. If I could be more blunt, I would be. So it is important that your sponsor, not sponsor, but your potential recruit or your potential person that's going to join your team. I haven't quite figured out the word for replacing recruit, so I'm still struggling with that too. They need to understand that they're going to have complete support during this journey of their business. It's important that they understand that you will be available for them. It's important that they understand that the company itself is backing them with whatever type of learning and education that they can provide, whether it's videos, whether it's phone calls, whether it's a support line, so that they never feel alone. They never feel discouraged because there's nobody there to help them. Know and let them know what support options they have. So that's very important. The 6th item in recruiting or in getting people to join your team is to discuss the kit. or to discuss what it is that they're going to get with the money that they are enrolling with. Very important. People always need to know where their money is going and what they're getting for it. In regards to Scentsy, it's a pretty straightforward response. They're going to be getting a kit for $99 with over $200, close to $250 worth of items and administrative tools, order forms, catalogs, products, testers, support guides, starter guides. There's just a ton of stuff, and they need to know what's in there. What I suggest is to create yourself a picture of the kit with all of the items itemized on it in picture format and in text, laminate it, and have that with you when you're doing your meeting. That way you can present it to them, you can show it to them, it's something that's visual, you can talk to them, and it's all going to start clicking for them. So they're going to be able to see all of the items that they're getting for that small fee. Okay, so discuss the kit. What's the last step? Number 7, close the deal. In this regard, the only thing that anyone should ever do is ask. Once you have explained the entire opportunity to them, the last thing for you to do is ask. Whether it's saying, so, what do you think? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to start your journey? Do you want to join? Do you want to join my team? There are so many different ways that you can do it without sounding salesy or pushy. Because at this point, they've given you the time of day. They have wanted to hear this information. You've shared the information. Hopefully there's been some communication back and forth where there's questions and answers that have happened. And now it's time to find out what they think. Are they ready? Find out what the obstacle is and work with it. There are going to be obstacles. You're going to be very lucky if someone says, okay, let's go, sign me up now. It happens. Trust me, it does, and it's wonderful when that happens. But that's not the case always. There will be obstacles, and it's going to be up to you to pinpoint their why. Why is it they want to join? Why is it they need Scentsy? Why do they need the money? And determine that Scentsy can do it for them by providing them with the benefits that they need that Scentsy can offer. So, Recruiting 101, I'm going to figure out a name for recruiting, and if you have a different name for recruiting, post it down bottom. I would be more than happy to hear your ideas as a terminology that you use instead of recruiting or sponsoring. Step 1 through 7. Build a rapport, discuss the benefits, discuss the money, discuss the business, discuss support, discuss the kit, and then close. So those are the 7 steps. I wish you good luck. I hope your business is successful and grows quickly and profitably. Thank you again for joining me at the BNS channel. Have yourselves a sensational day.